Have you ever asked yourself, what really happens when you drink apple cider vinegar before bed? You're not alone, it's one of the most searched nighttime health habits out there. Some say it helps you lose weight in your sleep, others claim it balances blood sugar, improves digestion, or even boosts your gut health overnight. But is it all true? Or just another internet myth? Here's the honest answer. The timing of when you drink apple cider vinegar matters a lot. The results you'll see depend on what your body actually needs. In this video, we're going to break it all down for you. You'll learn how ACV affects your digestion, your fat-burning hormones, your blood sugar levels, and even your gut microbiome, plus, the best time to drink it depending on your specific health goal. Let's dive in and get the real facts. What is ACV? Apple cider vinegar, commonly known as ACV, is a type of vinegar made through the fermentation of crushed apples. During this process, natural sugars are converted into alcohol and then into acetic acid, the primary active compound responsible for ACV's health benefits. Acetic acid gives vinegar its strong smell and sour taste, but more importantly, it's the compound that supports digestion, blood sugar control, and fat metabolism. ACV is a weak acid, with a pH ranging from 2.5 to 3.5, which is significantly milder than stomach acid, which typically has a pH between 1 and 2. While it doesn't digest food directly, ACV can help stimulate stomach acid production, setting the stage for more effective digestion and nutrient absorption when taken properly. Benefits of ACV in the body. Once you understand how apple cider vinegar, ACV, interacts with your body, it becomes clear why this ancient tonic continues to earn a place in modern health routines. While it's often touted as a miracle remedy, the real power of ACV lies in how it works with your body's natural systems, especially your digestive tract, metabolic pathways, and microbiome. Let's walk through what actually happens inside your body when you consume ACV and how these benefits unfold. One of the most well-documented and immediate effects of apple cider vinegar is its ability to improve digestion. When you consume ACV, especially before a meal, it stimulates the parietal cells in your stomach to produce hydrochloric acid. This is important because hydrochloric acid is the first major step in the digestive process. It creates an acidic environment in the stomach that helps break down proteins and prepare food for further digestion in the small intestine. The acid also activates pepsin, a digestive enzyme that begins breaking proteins into peptides. As food moves from the stomach into the small intestine, the presence of acid signals the release of bile from the gallbladder and digestive enzymes from the pancreas, such as lipase for fats and amylase for carbohydrates. It's like a well-orchestrated symphony. Apple cider vinegar is the conductor that cues each player to do their part at just the right time. This effect is especially helpful for people who suffer from low stomach acid, a condition known as hypochlorhydria. While it's common to assume digestive discomfort like bloating or heaviness comes from too much acid, in many cases, the opposite is true. Without sufficient acid, food sits in the stomach too long and begins to ferment, leading to gas, bloating, and pressure. That brings us to another overlooked benefit of ACV, its surprising role in preventing indigestion and acid reflux. Contrary to popular belief, acid reflux isn't always caused by too much stomach acid. More often, it's due to insufficient acid levels. When the stomach can't properly digest food, that undigested material can begin to bubble back up into the esophagus, creating the burning sensation many people misinterpret as too much acid. By helping to reacidify the stomach contents, ACV supports more efficient digestion, which reduces the chances of food fermenting and refluxing back up the esophagus. This is why many people with chronic indigestion or heartburn notice immediate relief when they start incorporating small amounts of diluted ACV before meals. Moving beyond digestion, one of ACV's most remarkable effects lies in its ability to help regulate blood sugar. The active compound in ACV, acetic acid, plays a key role here. When consumed with or before a carbohydrate-rich meal, acetic acid slows down the rate at which food leaves the stomach, a process known as gastric emptying. This delay means that glucose is released into the bloodstream more gradually, resulting in fewer spikes and crashes in blood sugar levels. For individuals managing type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance, this is incredibly valuable. In fact, studies have shown that regular consumption of ACV can improve insulin sensitivity by up to 34%, particularly when taken with high-carb meals. That means your body can use insulin more effectively, helping glucose enter cells where it's used for energy instead of lingering in the bloodstream. Speaking of energy, apple cider vinegar can also support fat burning at the cellular level. It does this by activating an enzyme called AMP-activated protein kinase, AMPK. Think of AMPK as your body's metabolic switch. It senses when energy levels are low and helps convert stored energy, especially fat, into usable energy. When acetic acid triggers AMPK, it signals your cells to burn fat for fuel and discourages them from storing additional fat. That's one reason why ACV is often linked to weight loss or fat metabolism support, particularly when combined with a balanced diet and regular movement. But the story doesn't end with metabolism. Apple cider vinegar may also help you naturally control your appetite. It's been found to increase levels of a hormone called GLP-1, which promotes feelings of fullness and satiety. If you're someone who tends to overeat or snack frequently throughout the day, ACV may help you feel satisfied sooner and for longer, making it easier to manage portion sizes and reduce cravings without feeling deprived. That's a subtle but meaningful shift, especially for those looking to support long-term weight management without the need for extreme dieting. Last but certainly not least, apple cider vinegar offers notable benefits for your gut health. When we talk about gut health, we're referring to the complex ecosystem of bacteria that lives in your intestines, collectively known as your gut microbiota. These bacteria play a critical role in digestion, immunity, inflammation regulation, and even mental health. The acetic acid in ACV acts as a short-chain fatty acid, SCFA, which is one of the preferred fuel sources for beneficial gut bacteria. By feeding these microbes, ACV acts like a prebiotic, encouraging the growth and function of the good bacteria while simultaneously helping to suppress the growth of harmful strains. What's even more beneficial is if you're using raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother. This cloudy substance floating at the bottom of the bottle is a collection of enzymes, proteins, and probiotic bacteria formed during the fermentation process. These probiotics further support your digestive health and microbial diversity, giving your gut even more resources to maintain a balanced environment. A healthy gut isn't just about avoiding bloating, it's deeply connected to nutrient absorption, immune function, mood regulation, and overall vitality. Apple cider vinegar isn't just an old folk remedy, it's a scientifically backed health enhancer that works on multiple fronts. From jump-starting your digestion and preventing uncomfortable symptoms like bloating and reflux, to balancing your blood sugar, boosting fat metabolism, curbing appetite, and nurturing your gut flora, ACV touches nearly every aspect of how your body processes and benefits from food. And the best part? These effects don't require large doses, just a small, properly diluted amount taken at the right time can deliver powerful results. Best time to take ACV. Now that we've explored how apple cider vinegar works inside your body, the next logical question is, when should you take it to get the most benefit? The timing of ACV consumption plays a huge role in the specific effects you'll experience. Whether your goal is better digestion, weight control, blood sugar balance, or gut health, the time of day you choose to take ACV can amplify or reduce its effectiveness. Let's look at the 3 most popular times people use ACV: in the morning on an empty stomach, before meals, and right before bedtime, and what each one does inside your body. Morning, on an empty stomach. Drinking apple cider vinegar first thing in the morning, before you eat or drink anything else, offers a number of foundational health benefits, especially when done consistently. First, it primes your digestive system. This means it prepares your stomach and intestines to receive food, even if you won't be eating until later. As we discussed earlier, ACV stimulates the production of hydrochloric acid in the stomach and activates enzymes that aid in protein and fat breakdown. Taking it in the morning jumpstarts this entire process, so when you eventually eat your first meal, your body is already in digest mode, ready to absorb nutrients more efficiently. It also acts as a gentle cleanser for your digestive tract. Overnight, your body slows down many of its processes, including digestion. Taking ACV in the morning helps remove any residual, undigested material from the day before. Think of it as a natural, daily detox, not in the sense of harsh laxatives or fads, but in a biological sense, supporting your gut's natural elimination and resetting functions. Perhaps one of the most talked about benefits of morning ACV is its effect on metabolism and fat burning. By stimulating AMP-activated protein kinase, AMPK, ACV helps activate your body's internal fat-burning switch. AMPK senses when your cells are low on energy and tells them to start tapping into stored fat for fuel. Drinking ACV in the morning may enhance this process, especially if you're in a fasted state or combining it with intermittent fasting. There's also evidence that ACV in the morning may support gut health by feeding beneficial bacteria and creating a more acidic environment in the stomach, which helps maintain microbial balance in the intestines. Over time, this can contribute to better digestion, improved immune function, and less bloating throughout the day. Before meals, 15 to 30 minutes prior. Another strategic time to consume apple cider vinegar is shortly before meals, ideally 15 to 30 minutes beforehand. This timing is all about optimizing digestion and blood sugar control, two major reasons people turn to ACV in the first place. When taken before a meal, ACV acts like a spark plug. It kicks off the production of stomach acid and digestive enzymes before food even hits your system. This early preparation leads to enhanced breakdown and absorption of nutrients, particularly protein and minerals like calcium, magnesium, and iron. Without proper acid levels, these nutrients pass through the digestive system poorly absorbed. ACV helps ensure that the very first step of digestion, the stomach, is functioning at full capacity. This benefit is especially noticeable for people who often experience indigestion, gas, bloating, or a feeling of heaviness after eating. When food is broken down more effectively, it passes more smoothly into the intestines and is less likely to ferment or cause discomfort. Another powerful effect of Premeal ACV is its ability to blunt blood sugar spikes. The acetic acid slows down gastric emptying, which delays the absorption of glucose into your bloodstream. This leads to a more stable blood sugar response and a more balanced release of insulin. For people with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes, this can be a game changer. Even for those without a diagnosis, maintaining steady blood sugar levels helps reduce energy crashes, mood swings, and sugar cravings later in the day. Additionally, taking ACV before meals may help prevent acid reflux, especially in people who experience it from low stomach acid rather than excess. Strengthening the stomach's acidity before a meal ensures the contents are digested properly and won't ferment or cause pressure that pushes stomach acid into the esophagus. If you eat multiple meals a day, you can safely take ACV before more than one meal. Just be mindful of total daily dosage and always dilute it properly. Before bedtime. Finally, let's talk about the much debated practice of drinking ACV before bed. This is where the original curiosity around this topic likely came from, and yes, in some cases, taking ACV in the evening can be incredibly beneficial. The most compelling reason to take ACV before bed is its effect on morning blood sugar control. Many people, especially those with diabetes or prediabetes, wake up with unusually high blood sugar levels, even if they didn't eat anything before sleep. This is often due to the dawn phenomenon, where the liver releases glucose into the bloodstream in the early morning hours to prepare the body for waking. Drinking ACV before bed may help moderate this glucose release, resulting in lower fasting blood sugar levels the next morning. By slowing gastric emptying and enhancing insulin sensitivity overnight, ACV acts as a silent regulator while you sleep. Even beyond blood sugar, ACV can continue to support gut health overnight. Beneficial bacteria in your digestive system thrive on short-chain fatty acids like acetic acid, and a small dose of ACV provides a gentle, nourishing fuel source while your body is at rest. Some people even report improved sleep quality when using ACV at night, likely due to more stable blood sugar throughout the sleep cycle. Blood sugar fluctuations during the night are a common but often unnoticed cause of waking up feeling anxious, hungry, or unrest. ACV's stabilizing effect may help create more consistent energy and fewer nighttime disruptions. That said, this approach isn't ideal for everyone. If you're prone to hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, especially during sleep, taking ACV at night could worsen your symptoms. It's important to listen to your body. If you feel dizzy, weak, or wake up feeling worse after trying ACV at night, it's a good idea to skip the evening dose or consult a healthcare provider before continuing. And of course, always dilute ACV properly at night to protect your stomach lining and teeth. A smaller amount, around 1 teaspoon, is typically sufficient at bedtime. Putting it all together, choosing the right time for you. The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer to the best time for apple cider vinegar. It depends on your goals. Want to support digestion and detox in the morning? Take it first thing. Looking to improve nutrient absorption and tame blood sugar spikes? Take it before meals. Trying to stabilize overnight blood sugar and boost gut health? Try a small amount before bed. Some people rotate between 2 or even all 3 times daily, adjusting their dosage based on their meals and how they feel. As with any supplement, the key is consistency, self-awareness, and moderation. Dosage and dilution. Now that you understand when to take apple cider vinegar, let's talk about how much to take, and how to properly dilute it so you get the benefits without any unwanted side effects. Apple cider vinegar is a powerful natural remedy, but like anything strong, it needs to be used with care and precision. Morning or pre-meal dosage. If you're taking ACV in the morning on an empty stomach or before a meal, the standard recommended dose is 1 tablespoon, which is about 15 milliliters. But don't take it straight, this is where dilution is absolutely essential. You'll want to dilute that 1 tablespoon in 8 to 16 ounces of water, that's roughly 250 to 500 milliliters. This not only makes it easier on your stomach and throat, but also protects your tooth enamel from the acid. Apple cider vinegar is acidic enough to cause irritation or even damage over time if it's too concentrated. If you're preparing for a high-carbohydrate meal, you may want to increase the dose to 2 tablespoons, 30 milliliters. Why? Because a larger meal, especially one heavy in starches, can cause a bigger blood sugar spike, and the extra ACV helps buffer that response. But here's the catch: if you double the vinegar, you also need to double the water. That means at least 16 to 32 ounces of water, or about half a liter to a full liter, to keep everything well balanced and gentle on your system. Once you've mixed your ACV and water, it's best to wait 20 to 30 minutes before eating. This gives your stomach time to activate digestive acids and enzymes, helping you get the most from your food and improving nutrient absorption. Evening dosage. When it comes to bedtime use, less is more. The goal here is to gently support blood sugar balance and gut health without overstimulating your digestion too close to sleep. So instead of a full tablespoon, you'll want to take just 1 teaspoon, which is about 5 milliliters. Again, make sure to dilute it in at least 8 ounces, 250 milliliters, of water to avoid irritating your stomach or esophagus. It's best to take this 1 to 2 hours before bed, rather than right before lying down. This gives your body time to absorb the vinegar without increasing your risk of reflux, especially if you're someone who's prone to heartburn at night. After drinking ACV at night, it's smart to rinse your mouth with plain water to help wash away any residual acid. And if you plan to brush your teeth, wait at least 30 minutes. The acid in vinegar can temporarily soften tooth enamel, so brushing too soon afterward may lead to enamel erosion over time. With the right dosage and proper dilution, apple cider vinegar can be a safe, simple, and powerful addition to your daily wellness routine. Just remember, small, consistent amounts go a long way. Flavor improvement tips. Let's be honest, apple cider vinegar doesn't exactly win any flavor awards. For some people, it's a tolerable tang. For others, it's a struggle just to get it down. If you've tried ACV before and found yourself wincing or holding your nose, don't worry, you're not alone. Fortunately, there are several simple and effective ways to make your ACV drink not only tolerable but surprisingly enjoyable. First and most importantly, always dilute your apple cider vinegar. This isn't just about taste, it's also crucial for protecting your digestive tract and tooth enamel from the strong acidity. As a general rule, mix at least 8 to 16 ounces, 250 to 500 milliliters, of water per tablespoon of vinegar. Dilution reduces the sharp burn while helping you sip it slowly and comfortably. Now, if you want to enhance the flavor and make your daily ACV routine more pleasant, or even something you look forward to, here are some optional ingredients you can mix in. Add fresh lemon juice. Lemon juice is a natural partner to apple cider vinegar. It adds a fresh, citrusy brightness that masks the strong fermented taste. Plus, lemon brings its own health benefits, like vitamin C and additional digestive support. A small squeeze is enough to elevate the flavor while keeping the drink light and refreshing. A few drops of stevia, or natural sweetener. If the sourness of ACV makes your eyes water, a touch of sweetness can make all the difference. Stevia is a popular zero-calorie natural sweetener that blends beautifully with vinegar and lemon. Just a few drops are usually enough to mellow the acidity and balance the tartness. You could also use a bit of raw honey or monk fruit, but keep in mind those will add small amounts of sugar. Use sparkling water instead of still water. If you enjoy fizzy drinks, try using sparkling water instead of flat water. The carbonation gives the drink a refreshing soda-like feel, without any of the sugar or artificial additives. It's a great way to trick your brain into enjoying a health tonic that feels like a treat. You can even garnish it with a slice of lemon or cucumber for a spa-like twist. Add ice cubes. Chilling the drink with a few ice cubes can reduce the intensity of the vinegar's bite. Cold temperatures tend to dull sharp flavors, so you're less likely to notice the acidic tang. This is especially helpful if you're sipping slowly or taking ACV in warm weather. With these flavor-enhancing tips, your daily dose of apple cider vinegar can go from something you dread to something you genuinely enjoy. The goal is to find a combination that works for your taste buds so you can stay consistent, and consistency is what truly brings results over time. Cheers to your health, one tasty sip at a time. Safety and side effects. While apple cider vinegar offers a wide range of health benefits, it's important to remember that more isn't always better. Like any concentrated natural remedy, ACV must be used responsibly to avoid unwanted side effects. Let's start with safe daily limits. Most people do well with 1 to 3 tablespoons of ACV per day, properly diluted in water. That amount is enough to support digestion, blood sugar balance, and fat metabolism without overwhelming your system. However, The absolute maximum you should ever take is 6 tablespoons per day, about 90 milliliters. Going beyond this limit increases the risk of health issues, especially when done regularly over long periods. So what happens if you overdo it? One of the most common side effects is gastrointestinal irritation. Apple cider vinegar is highly acidic, and taking it too often, or in undiluted form, can irritate your stomach lining or even cause nausea and discomfort, especially in people with sensitive digestion. Another concern is tooth enamel erosion. The acidity of ACV can gradually wear down the protective enamel on your teeth if you're not careful. To minimize this risk, always dilute your vinegar thoroughly, use a straw to prevent direct contact with your teeth, and rinse your mouth with plain water afterward. And remember, not to brush your teeth immediately after drinking it. Wait at least 30 minutes, as brushing too soon can cause even more enamel damage when the teeth are still slightly softened by acid. There's also the risk of mineral imbalances, especially with long-term, excessive use. High doses of apple cider vinegar have been linked to low potassium levels, a condition known as hypokalemia, which can lead to fatigue, muscle weakness, or even irregular heart rhythms. Over time, ACV can also interfere with the balance of calcium and magnesium, two essential minerals for bone health. This could potentially contribute to bone loss if left unaddressed. In short, apple cider vinegar is incredibly beneficial when used wisely, but it's not meant to be taken in large quantities. Stick to moderate doses, always dilute, and listen to your body. If you experience discomfort, scale back and consult your healthcare provider if needed. Used properly, ACV is a safe, powerful ally in your wellness journey. Just be sure to treat it with the same care and respect you would any effective natural remedy. ACV alternatives and sources of acetic acid. While apple cider vinegar is the most talked about vinegar in the health world, it's not the only way to get the benefits of acetic acid, the compound responsible for many of its health effects. In fact, several other types of vinegar can offer similar metabolic and digestive benefits, especially if your main goal is blood sugar control or fat metabolism. For example, white wine vinegar, red wine vinegar, and even balsamic vinegar all contain acetic acid and can help regulate blood sugar and support digestion when used in moderation. White distilled vinegar, although more refined and lacking the probiotics found in raw apple cider vinegar, still contains the same core compound, acetic acid, and delivers many of the same benefits, especially for blood sugar and appetite regulation. You may also be getting vinegar from everyday foods without even realizing it. Salad dressings, pickles, mustards, and hot sauces often include vinegar as a base ingredient. If you've already consumed vinegar in one meal, say, through a tangy vinaigrette or spicy sauce, there's no need to double up by taking additional ACV right after. So while apple cider vinegar is a great go-to, you don't have to feel locked into one variety. If cost or taste is an issue, or if you're already using vinegar-rich foods regularly, you can still enjoy many of the same health benefits without drinking ACV directly. It's all about balance, awareness, and making smart daily choices. Let's wrap things up with a few key takeaways. The benefits of apple cider vinegar are real, but the timing makes all the difference. If your goal is to boost metabolism and support digestion, then taking ACV first thing in the morning on an empty stomach may be your best bet. Want better nutrient absorption and more stable blood sugar? Try it 15 to 30 minutes before meals. And if you're looking to improve gut health and manage overnight glucose levels, a small dose before bedtime might be exactly what your body needs. You can safely combine these strategies as long as you don't exceed about 3 tablespoons per day. Remember, more isn't better. Start small, see how your body responds, and build up only if needed. Always dilute properly, be mindful of your teeth, and listen to your body. Apple cider vinegar is a powerful tool, but only when used consistently and wisely. Now we'd love to hear from you. Which benefit are you most interested in? Digestion, fat burning, or blood sugar control? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and tap the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another natural health tip. We've got plenty more evidence-based insights to help you feel your best, one smart choice at a time. Thanks for watching, and here's to your health.